Hi Bairnberry, it's Just Fan TV back with another video, and today's video I thought I would do is on Rangers' last game of the season away to Kilmarnock, with the ticket allocation thing that's happened with Kelly. If you don't know, Rangers, for every game when they go to Rugby Park, I think ticket allocation is roughly something like 20 to 25 thousand tickets, or the two gold stands at Rugby Park, and have done for quite a lot of seasons. Before that was obviously when they won the league at Rugby Park, where they had 3 stands, and the apparent reason Rangers are getting less tickets at Rugby Park is apparently because Kelly, I think, have got their Centurion season or something. I think they've been going for like 150 years or something, and their comment is, we want to have loads of fans turn up and celebrate our 150 years. Which I get, yes, you can do, make a decision on the 100, celebrate a big achievement with the club. Yeah, I get it, but what I don't get is why it has to be their last game of the season and it's against Rangers. I don't get that. What annoys me more is that apparently their chairman, Billy Bowie, has apparently come out and said to the Daily Record that he feels the Old Firm shouldn't be allowed to have that many supporters come to the ground. He also feels that they should have basically one stand after what happened with Chris Boyd when Celtic went there, and when Kilmarnock played Rangers at Ibrox with the chance Steve Clark got, which I get. Yes, it's not right. Yes, Boyd did get abuse and he got hurt with a coin, and like he said, and I think it was his Instagram, the chant I can take, or the banter, throwing the coins too far. And with obviously what happened on Sunday with Derek McInnes, it just seems that, yes, it's getting a bit out of hand. I'm not saying it's not. What I don't get is why Kelly's games, I think they've got Aberdeen at the weekend, but yeah, Aberdeen won't have their allocation cut. I think Celtic must go. I don't know if Kelly go to Celtic or Celtic could go to Kelly, but I'm sure either Kelly's allocation won't get cut or Celtic go, Paul won't get cut. But yeah, because it's the last game of the season, Rangers get the tickets allocation cut. And what annoys me kind of more than anything is two things really. One is that it happens to be away again. We're just like last season, we were away to Hibs, and what annoys me more than anything, besides being away, if I'm honest, I'm not bothered, but what annoys me, or my main point, is it'll be the second away game that's happened last year and this year, and we're getting ticket allocation cut again. Hibs did it last year, we're now getting it again because of some party Kelly want to have, but yet wouldn't get the game finish. I'm sure Rangers fans would probably be out within an hour, probably, if that. So why not let Rangers fans go, give maybe some fans that can't get in, or let Rangers fans go within an hour, maybe 2 hours, or an hour and a half. I'm sure the problem won't be that long. And get more Killie fans in, and open all 4 stands and let Killie fans that can't make the game get in. But because it's Rangers, we're not gonna allow it. I know there's been Rangers fans that have been suggesting boycotting all away games. There's some that are saying, well, we should start doing that more next season. I know the replay, I think it was the Wilma Hill Cup, when Rangers played Killie. First leg was at Rugby Park and was at 0-0. They then came to Ibrox but got more of quite a few more tickets allocated because it was the Cup, and Rangers had to accept it. They couldn't do anything, and Killie got more tickets. Now, going back to the point of boycotting, I think it's one of two things you can look at it. Do you look at it as, yes, it's more of punishing Killie, Aberdeen or whatever that we go to any away games. Yeah, I get it, not paying money for a ticket, leaving the ground probably emptier than it has been. I think Killie's best or average attendance is round about 6, possibly 7 if it's an Old Firm team that they're playing, or maybe Aberdeen. But teams like Hamilton, Dundee, I think they're getting maybe 2,000 or 3,000 overall, and it's something that boycotting. I think it was last season or the season before, a lot of people had talked about it. It never happened. Obviously, with what's been said now, with Billy Bowie's comments, it's been suggested again. Like I say, I could understand boycotting it. It would make a lot of sense, but I know some fans have said, if you're going to boycott the last game, it's a bit unfair on the players, unfair on the manager, or unfair of the club going, or that they're starting, or subs, that go won't have a good support behind them and cheer them on. And there's been some games this season, Villarreal, a perfect example, when there was there's fans in Rangers end, and I think the main stands, but the way kind of corner was full of Rangers fans, and at half time there was quite a few fans saying, it's not the same. You can't have a bit of a laugh and a joke with the way support. And I can slightly get that, and yes, I know someone from Villarreal had said that they weren't keen on the fans going, but due to safety reasons, which was rubbish. But yeah, if he wants to say that, fair enough. But I think whatever happens, and I think it's something that, whether it happens after the Hearts game, I think, this week, I think Rangers, and maybe if there's, say, I know the Union Bears go to quite a lot of away games, maybe get them and a few other maybe supporters club, and maybe not say have an AGM meeting, but have a meeting and basically discuss what's happening. Will the boycott go ahead? Will Rangers take the tickets that have been offered to them? And then throughout next season, i.e. the summer, work on whether the decision of should Rangers boycott games or away games completely, some games, and because I think it's going to get to the point that it's going to be said every season. Now, I'm not saying I'm for it. Like I say, I think it's something that Rangers and supporters need to get together and kind of make a point and say if it happens, let's stick to it, or we're going to pick this game, this game, and this game. We don't go this game, that game, that game, that game. We go, and I think it's something that definitely needs to be spoken, with the club and supporters, and work out, should, will boycotting happen, or will no? I know, like I say, the chairman was saying, to have 3 stands rather than 2, will be good for Rangers, for Kelly, because Rangers will only have 1 stand, but yet they're not filling. Like I say, I think it's something like 6,000, maybe 7,000 attendance they've probably had as their best, and probably if you look probably more at the game or who it's against, it's probably more likely between Rangers and Celtic, which have probably had the most supporters that have turned up. And obviously the main point is money, and when Rangers were on the verge of being relegated, or the vote was to take place with the 11 clubs, the former, I think, chairman or owner, Michael Johnson, was asked what he was thinking of doing, and his first comment was, I think Rangers should get relegated, which, it's an opinion that he's got. It was something that he was determined he was going to vote, and as the phrase goes, or was said when Rangers went down, was "you sink us, we'll sink you." And so many days later, I don't know what radio or TV channel had spoke to him again and had apparently worked out that for every season Rangers weren't or wouldn't get into the SPL, most of the clubs, or bar Celtic, would lose £500,000 each season Rangers didn't get into the SPL. And Johnson's comment was, "Oh, I didn't know it costs that much. Kilmarnock Football Club can't lose £500,000 in, say, 4 or 5. If Rangers aren't in, say, 6 seasons, you're talking about £3 million that Kelly have lost." So he changed his mind, basically for the club, and voted for Rangers to stay in. Obviously, it didn't happen, and so many 6 years later, Rangers got back. Rebuild happened, and now we're here. And look, it's something that I know had been said before, and I think it's something really needs to be talked about. I know Rangers supporters are absolutely furious at to get 1 stand. I know every Rangers fan is annoyed regardless if they had 2 stands or not, or could go or couldn't. And I think it's something, like I said, something that needs to be I think Kelly need to be very careful of what they're going to do, because next season Rangers could just go, right, no way fans, no one at all, close the gate, home fans only. And I guarantee if that happened and Rangers were kind of saying we need fans to turn up, Ibrox would probably be sold out every single home game, while teams like Kelly would have 3,000-4,000 attendance at Rugby Park if Rangers boycotted, and be losing money, and so would the other possible 10 teams, and I think we'd see a little big difference in maybe the 2021 season, that Rangers do give or make teams money. And when you look at, say, even Sky, will probably would have or spend quite a lot of money, whether it be Rangers Aberdeen, maybe in Rangers Hearts or Rangers Hibs. And yet if Rangers fans can just not turn up, say that happens next season, the following season, Hibs, Sky might go, well, why are we paying this amount of money when Rangers fans aren't turning up, and we're going to end up we're paying for money when there's no fans to be singing. So I think TV deals might get affected as well. But like I say, Kelly, I think, really haven't thought it through. I think they're just kind of want to kind of have a big hurrah, kind of two fingers up to Rangers going, haha, you don't get one stand, when everyone knows they won't fill the 3 stands. I know a few had said that they haven't even or can't fill the 2 stands that they have. And you're talking, this is a team that's third at the minute, possibly next season going to play Europa League, and then they want money. I'm sure at some point they'd end up opening the 3 stands again, trying to get money in. But if the boycott happens, they're going to be in trouble. And yeah, it's just something that I think Kelly have really not thought through, and it's going to be something that might come back and bite them next season. On a kind of lighter note, it's been said that next season's start date will be the 3rd of August 2019, which is apparently earlier, and the winter break will start on the 30th of December and finish on the 17th of January 2020, which is quite surprising that it's that long now, but I think it's probably something that will probably help teams promote out of Rangers in Europe. At that stage, it'll probably help having a break to get players rested, and some injuries that they might have can take their time in getting back to full health. And yeah, we'll see what happens. If anything else happens with the tickets or whatever. But big thanks to everyone that's been watching. It's been really appreciated. To get to 129 subscribers is awesome. Hopefully we can get one more or a few more to try and get over the 130 subscribers. If you're new or you've watched the videos, please just hit the subscribe button. Just supports the channel. If you like the video, put a thumbs up. What's your thought of Rangers in away games? Should Rangers boycott them? Should they not? Put put them and put your views in the comments, and I'll hopefully reply to all of them. And yeah, we'll see what happens on the weekend, and I'll see you soon. Alright, thanks guys, I'm out.